Hello everyone, it's Amanda and today I'm doing a really fun video. This has been pretty highly requested before. This is all about how to make your eyes look bigger with makeup. So for me personally, I naturally have smaller eyes. So I've kind of mastered this technique because I really like the look of really bright, open, big eyes. I just think it looks so pretty and I really love this makeup look for that reason. It really is universally flattering, not too hard to do, and very effective at making your eyes look bigger, brighter, all those great things. But before we get into it, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. And if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. I'm super active on Instagram. I post like every single day. My tag is Benko Beauty. I'll leave it in the description down below. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. So the first step is really important. You are going to want to prime your eyelids, and I recommend using a primer with a little bit of coverage. I personally like to use a concealer, but you can use whatever eye primer you want. I'm going to use this Soft Matte Complete Concealer by NARS. This is in the shade Light 1 Chantilly, which is the lightest shade, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lids. I'm going to apply a nice thin layer just because I don't want this creasing. I just want to apply enough to cover any discoloration and things like that. I really like to focus this on any places where I have discoloration. For me, that's on my outer corners here, as well as my inner corners. They get a little bit dark, so I just want to make sure I apply enough to cover everything just to give me a nice even base. Already, you can see the difference that makes. This eye just looks brighter and more awake versus this eye. I think I'm actually going to leave this eye just blank so you can see the difference at the end, just because it's quite dramatic when you compare the before to the after. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this eye just completely bare. So now I'm going to define my eye. I'm going to just use the bronzer I'm wearing on my face. I'm using this Laguna bronzing powder by NARS. This is in the shade Laguna 00. This is just a really nice neutral brown shadow. So I'm actually taking this color on a more tapered brush than I normally would for applying my crease. Normally I would use a fluffier brush, but as you can see, this one's a little bit more detailed. This is by Revela. This is their number 26 brush. And I'm going to start carving out my crease, but instead of just blending it across my lid, I'm gonna keep this color above my natural crease. I'm gonna be really careful not to blend this below the crease because this is gonna give us more of a lifted look. And if you blend below your crease, it can kind of drag your eyes down a little bit. So we're just being mindful to blend upwards just to keep the eye looking very open. As you can see, I'm not dragging this color too far out just because I don't want to elongate my eyes too much. I want them to look more open instead of lengthened. So I'm just going to be mindful to end that shadow kind of just where my natural outer corner ends. And for me personally, I like to use a shadow shade that is just a couple shades deeper than my skin tone. I like to keep it pretty neutral. If anything, I like to stick to a more cooler shade. But again, you can really use any color you want. I just find this looks the most naturally flattering. I'm also intentionally not filling out the outer corner area of my eyes because, like I said, I want to keep my eyes open this way instead of elongated. So I'm kind of avoiding anything that's going to draw too much attention to my outer corner because I want the center of my eyes to have more of the attention, the blank space, so they look more open and awake. To finish off with this shade, I'm going to take a little bit of that same bronzer color on my lower lash line, and I'm going to change how I apply my shadow on my lower lash line a little bit. I'm just not going to apply it right close to my lashes. I want to leave a little bit of space between my lashes and this lower lash shadow. This is going to give us a very dramatically more open look. I'm mainly focusing this on the outer half of my lower lash line, and I'm honestly just kind of following my natural like under eye bag and fold versus applying it right up in my lashes. Okay, so now you're going to grab pretty much any light matte shadow. I'm using this one from the Charlotte Tilbury palette. This is the Sophisticate palette, and I'm just taking that really light matte creamy shade and I'm going to apply that on my lid. This is also your opportunity. If you did blend your crease color a little low, you can use this light shade to kind of correct that. And I really find this just instantly opens up the eye and brings so much brightness and attention toward the eyes. Okay, so now this is a really subtle trick I like to do. You know how we didn't bring that lower lash line shadow all the way to the lower lashes? I'm actually going to apply that same light shadow that I used on top on my lid in between my lash line and that lower lash line shadow. I'll show you what I mean. I'm just using a very detailed brush just to kind of create a little bit of a highlight right on that pocket underneath our lower lash line. I'm also going to bring this in my inner corner as well. All right, so you can kind of see how this is coming together. We have a really good base started. Now we're going to move on to liner. For liner, I'm going to be using a kohl liner. This one is by Urban Decay. This is actually a brown liner. This is in the shade Bourbon, and I intentionally chose brown because I find black can be a little bit intense and it can actually close off your eyes a little bit. But you can use any color of liner that you like. If you like black, use black. This is just my personal preference. I really love how soft and natural brown looks. It really does not overpower the eyes. I think it is so beautiful on everybody. So I'm gonna keep this liner really tight to my lashes. And I'm being mindful to just keep this on the outer corner of my eye. I do not want to bring this to my inner corner because that's really gonna close off my eyes, especially for me. I have naturally small eyes. If you have bigger eyes, you might be able to get away with that, but for me, I just can't. It makes my eyes look so small. And I am winging this out a little bit, but as you can see, I'm kind of applying that liner a little bit higher than I normally would. This is just going to give our eyes a really nice lift. And then I'm just taking a small angled brush and I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit and just soften the edges of that liner. Is what we've got. I just really softened up the edges of that liner. I want this to look really soft and natural. Keep in mind, you don't need to bring out the tail of your liner this far. I just feel like this is the most flattering on my eye shape. If you don't want to extend your liner, it's really not necessary to make your eyes look bigger. But if you are going to apply an extended liner, really just make sure you apply it in a way that is lifted versus straight out. You really want to maintain that openness. Okay, so this step is where the magic really happens. This is my favorite lower lash line eye pencil. I swear, this stuff makes your eyes look so big and bright. This is a really unique pencil. This is by Swede. This is their bright satin kohl liner. And as you can see, this is a bit more of a pinky liner versus like a white or a nude. I just find this does such a good job of brightening the eyes. So I'm just applying this right in my waterline. So in my opinion, this makes the world of difference. It just really extends your white of your eye downwards. It's kind of an illusion that way. So naturally your eye is gonna look brighter, more awake, bigger. And I just love the tone of this pencil. Of course, we're gonna curl our lashes. I'm using the Shiseido eyelash curler. This is my favorite eyelash curler ever. In my opinion, at least for my eye shape, it's really important to use a curling mascara. Otherwise, my lashes are just gonna look straight and they're gonna fall and it's just not gonna give us the effect that we want. So I can't recommend this one enough. This is the Tower 28 Make Waves Mascara, and this is maybe my favorite mascara of all time. It just checks all my boxes. As you can see, it has that nice curved wand, and it gives length as well as volume, which I really, really appreciate. I don't feel like I have to use multiple mascaras. This just does it all. And when I'm applying mascara for a look like this, I'm mainly going to focus on the tips of my lashes just because I don't want to add any heaviness to my eyes. I really just want to extend my lashes outwards. Are you kidding me? Look at my lashes. They look so long. This is about 3 light coats, so you can really build this mascara up. They look so long and doll-like and fluttery, but they still have volume. Like, it literally looks like I'm wearing individuals, and I'm not just saying that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it literally looks like I'm wearing falsies. No, it literally looks like I'm wearing individual lashes. This mascara is unreal. If you have not tried it, you need to. Anyways, to tie this look up, I feel like I need a little bit of inner corner highlight. I feel like this brings a nice attention to the eyes, and it definitely brings a brightness. I'm actually going to use this highlighter from Tilbury. This is their Glow Glide Face Architect in the shade Moonlit Glow. I'm just going to apply a little bit of that on my inner corner. You don't have to do this. You can use a matte highlight, you can use a shimmer highlight, whatever you want. I also like to bring my highlight up like this. I really don't know why I do that, but I just find it looks so pretty and natural. It gives the eyes a little bit of extra dimension. All right, so this eye is completed. Look how bright and just awake it looks compared to this eye. I have naturally small eyes, so I do use these techniques very often, and they just help so much to keep my eyes looking open and lifted, and I just find it so flattering. I'm gonna actually quickly complete my other eye, and then I'll be right back to show you what this looks like all completed. All right, so this is what both eyes completed looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to do all the things, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. If there's any other tips you would like to see, leave a comment down below. Let me know what kind of videos you want from me. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you next time.